Amid the shining lights of the capital city of Trinidad and Tobago lurks a sinister presence. This is the premise of the local movie Escape from Babylon. Directed by Nicholas Atten and starring Kern Samuel and Joel Joseph, Escape from Babylon is the tale of an ex-cop's battle to rid the city from the grips of a serial killer. So what inspired you exactly? It sounds very interesting, very thrilling.
Well, you know, we have a tradition in Trinidad of these action films with, you know, mainly centered around the police service or the protective services and so on. And more to the point, it's this, for this especially, it's the creation of a hero. Some might call him a vigilante, but I prefer to look at him as a hero. Someone that we can, you know, it's like a representation of what we really can aspire to be. A person who, against all odds, rises above it and does what is right.
What is it about a person that makes them feel so different from the world? Port of Spain is a city trapped inside a bubble, and I stand on the outside holding the needle, waiting for the big pop.
The movie's main character is Randolph Briggs, a police officer who is kicked out of the force and now works as a taxi driver.
In that time, he's in a bit of a slump. He's a loner, so at that time his loneliness is at a peak. And then he finds out there's this serial killer, and it kind of sparks that inner police officer in him, and I guess they end up clashing.
Alongside Briggs is a Sergeant Ricky Sambo, an active duty cop who moonlights as a hitman. So there is a particular scene, you're in his taxi and you're actually propositioning him.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it. I know you don't have to give out too much, but tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, well, in the scene, I was actually on my way to a hit, and Randolph Briggs got the job to take me there. Of course, I knew him, my character knew him before, when he was actually on the force and so. And knowing the type of character he is and his skill level, I asked him, I gave him the choice, would you want to be a part of my team to take on these extra jobs and make some extra money? And of course he thought about it, and then I would leave it up to the viewers to see what happens in the movie.
Another major character, and probably the most important, is the villain, played by Gregory Pollinay, a role which director Nick Atten admits was not easy to cast.
I went through a long process in finding this person, and I met Gregory for the first time at a certain location in Chaguaramas. He was just there standing up next to a column. And when I saw him, before even talking with him, that's him. That's him. We had a conversation. It just so happens he's also professionally trained. So it was like, this is really meant to be. This is going to happen. And that's what it felt like. You know, it wasn't just a conventional set up a room, have people line up. It doesn't be like that all the time.
In addition to keeping you on the edge of your seat, Escape from Babylon also provides audiences with plenty of action. Now, I actually saw the trailer and there's a tease of an actual fight scene. Tell us about it, Kern.
Well, I try to make myself available for the work as much as possible, but what he doesn't know is that inside I was almost dying. But I really enjoyed the process of pushing myself to do the work. You know, it was the first time that I had the opportunity to be involved in a fight scene. You know, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I had to fight 3 guys, and yeah, I really pushed myself to, I don't want to say my limit, but close.
And in a Buzz exclusive, here's a look at one of the major fight sequences from the movie. Director Nick Atten sets the scene.
Well, in this scene, it's an action sequence. Our hero, Randolph Briggs, got held up in a very dangerous robbery by three bandits. In this scene, you will basically see him in action, you know, basically dealing with them as we see.
Escape from Babylon is in theaters now.